I'm going to return to my Instant Pot again today because I haven't used it in a while, and I'm going to try another recipe from my Keto Instant Pot Cookbook. This is from by Maria Emmerich because I'm still on a keto diet and I've lost over 20 pounds so far. It's working. So I'm going to stay on this diet. So today I want to make a spicy chicken stew. As usual, I always make adjustments to recipes. Not always, but some recipes, I don't think they ever test them. They just write it up as a good idea. Her recipe calls for 2 pounds, 900 grams of Italian sausage meat. That's equivalent to 8 of these sausages because these are 4 ounces each. And then 2 thighs, chicken thighs, skinless, boneless. Is this Italian sausage stew or chicken stew? So I'm cutting this back to 1 pound of Italian sausage meat. You can use hot or mild. I've got 4 sausages here that I'm going to remove from the casings to get the meat. And this is equivalent to about 450 grams. And then I have 2 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. This came in at about 12 ounces, 340 grams. I'm going to be cutting these into 1/2 inch, about 1 centimeter pieces. I have my Instant Pot plugged in. I'm going to press the saute function there and put in about a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil. This is cooking olive oil. It's telling me that it's working. And I'll let that heat up for, less than a minute. Put 1 little piece of chicken in there. It's starting to sizzle. So I know that oil is warm enough. Put my sausage links in there without the skin. I remove that casing. And then my chicken pieces. And then finally, I'm adding about 1/4 of a large or half of a medium small onion. This came in at about 60 grams, so it's 1/2 cup by volume, 60 grams of chopped onion. And then I'm going to, with a spatula, break that sausage meat up while it's cooking and stir until those onions are translucent and tender. Turn off my Instant Pot. That meat isn't all thoroughly cooked. It'll cook when I start the pressure cooker function. But at least the onions look good. And I'm going to set this aside because I have to prepare my tomatoes next. Next, I want to prepare my tomatoes. So what I have here is a 28-ounce can of whole tomatoes. That's a 794-gram can. And I'm going to put that in there carefully so I don't splash that liquid all over the place. Okay. And then I have 1 can. I'm going to use half of this can. This is a 6-ounce, 170-gram can of tomato paste. And I'm going to put about half of that in there. And if you want more sauce, and I might, you could put the whole can in there and then add a can of water. Okay, that's in there. Next, I have 1 whole can. This is a 4-ounce, 113-gram can of fire-roasted whole green chilies. Put that in there. Put the lid on, and then I'm just going to pulse this. I want to break that up and get it fairly smooth. Turn it on, start at number 1. Turn it off. Let me see what that looks like. That looks pretty good. I can see some little bits of the chilies in there, but that's fine. That's what I want. So there's my sauce. Returning now to my Instant Pot. I have here 6 cloves of garlic. You need 4 to 6 depending upon size. And using my garlic crusher, I'm going to crush those in there. While the garlic was going in there, my pot was coming back up to temperature. I'm ready to add my spices. I have 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of ground cumin, 1 tablespoon of dry oregano flakes. The recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm going to start with 1. I can always add more salt later on. I don't like a lot of salt. And then 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I'm going to put in the recipe that this is optional. Maybe you don't want it too spicy. I don't like things too spicy. But if you want it really spicy, you could add more cayenne. And I think what would be good in there is some chili powder. Maybe some chipotle chili powder, chili pepper. Stir all that in, break up a few of those larger chunks of sausage. And then the last ingredient that really intrigued me was 1 ounce, which is 28 grams of unsweetened baker's chocolate. So there's my chocolate now chopped up. And I can stir all these together. Okay, my last step here is to add the tomato mixture. All right, and give that a good stir. This has me so fascinated because I'm curious what that chocolate is going to do. I mean, it's only 1 ounce. It's not going to be a lot, but it does have me curious. I need to add 1 cup or 240 milliliters of chicken broth. Okay, now I need to put my lid on and start the pressure function. So there's my lid going on. I want to change my pressure released valve over to sealing. Going to press the pressure cook function and set this down to 20 minutes. The cooking is finished. I let my Instant Pot depressurized naturally. I'll take this off and then set that aside. Let's see. I'm going to give this a stir. Oh, this looks good. All right, I want to take 1 little taste because I want to taste it for salt. So, get my infamous red handle tasting spoon out. Spoon a little bit of my chicken and sauce in my spoon. See how this is probably going to be pretty hot. You know, I'm not going to add any salt to that. I don't like things too salty anyways, but if you like your meal salty, you could double. I put in 1 teaspoon of salt, but you could double that to 2. As far as spiciness, it's a little bit spicy from that cayenne, but not really spicy. I mean, you could ramp that cayenne pepper up. I use sweet Italian or mild Italian sausage. You could use hot Italian sausage if you wanted a really spicy chicken stew. All right, I have to finish prep on this. So what I've got here are some limes, and I need to cut those in half, and I need about a quarter cup, I guess, 60 milliliters of lime juice. Not sure how much juice I'm going to get out of these. Sometimes they're really dry inside. Now, these look pretty good. They're nice and juicy. So I got a quarter cup of lime juice out of 3 of those limes. So plan on 3 to 4 limes for the juice. Now, to serve this really keto friendly, you're going to want to eat a small portion of this with a lot of vegetables. This is going to have a nice fat content from the sausages and the chicken thighs. How to garnish this: you can garnish this with red pepper flakes and or some chopped cilantro. However, if you have the OR6A2 gene, which makes cilantro taste like soap, that's my problem, then you can use chopped fresh Italian parsley. And maybe put a little wedge of lime on the side. That's ready to eat. Oh, I gotta say, this does look delicious. Wow. That's good. It's just spicy enough. To be honest, I taste more Italian sausage than I do chicken, but that's okay because the Italian sausage is a good source of fat for a keto diet. But you could even double the amount of chicken that goes into this. But anyways, it's good. So excuse me, I'm going to go enjoy a very late lunch or a very early dinner of spicy chicken stew.